Hi there, ladies and gents, and welcome to a very brief episode of Sophisticated Property Investing. My name's Flegg, founder of Ethical Property Partners, and in this episode what I want to do is I want to challenge you to think further ahead. Now, I'm on holiday at the moment in the beautiful Northumberland coast, absolutely glorious, and every time I come on holiday it makes me reflect on purpose and legacy. And I took the kids to go and see Hadrians Wall earlier on in the week. Amazing feat of engineering by the Romans, 80 odd miles across the entire breadth of England. And I was reading about Hadrian, who obviously came up with the idea. It was unheard of in Roman times. They built all of their barricades in wood, and he decided to make this massive 8-foot wide stone wall. And it's attributed to Confucius, who talked a lot in his teachings about unless you have a long-term vision, your short-term happiness will be compromised. And he really took that to heart, and Hadrian decided to build himself a legacy, and here it is thousands of years later. Still, in fact, it's 1900 years later, and people are still from all over the world. There are people from Germany, there are people from Holland there looking at this feat of engineering that he's built, and it made me reflect on us. I think it's very easy to focus on the short term in property investing. In fact, I see it a lot of the time. Well, I just want to do this deal, or I just want to do 3 deals this year, or whatever. But unless you have that long-term perspective, it's all meaningless. I think it's Warren Buffett. He says, I can only sleep in one bed each night, and I can only eat 3 meals a day. And he lives very frugally given his massive wealth. And I think there's so much truth in that. And unless we have a perspective on what's bigger than us, so for those of you that watch the channel regularly, you know for me it's ending homelessness globally. And since selling more countries of EPP, I've actually started other businesses because I understand my own psychology, and I understand what makes me tick, and I understand that how I want to be involved in my different businesses so that I can further my legacy of ending homelessness globally. And that total number of homeless people that we've housed, grows every single night. We're housing more and more people every single night, which is amazing and excites me no end. And so what I want to do in this short episode is encourage you to work out what your longer term perspective is. And we actually have a free resource for you. If you go to the EPP website, ethicalpropertypartners.com, and go to the podcast page, there's a download there. There's multiple downloads there from loads of our podcast episodes, but the one that will really help you this is our yellow goal sheet. If you want us to send it to you direct, just pop your email address in the comment section and we'll pop it over to you via email. But you can go onto the podcast page there and you will see our yellow goal sheet, and on there it helps you to work out what your 10-year goals are, your 5-year goals, your 3-year goals, and your 1-year goal. And this is really important, why those are important to you. Because, and I've talked about this before, if you feel bad on a given day or if you feel great on a given day, it doesn't really matter if you have your long-term goals sorted, if you know what the bigger picture is. If the bigger picture is to be happy or to make money, then that's quite a weak reason. And in the moment, you can get quite compromised. You can feel quite empty if you haven't got that bigger vision, that bigger legacy than yourself. And so my encouragement to you guys is I've made this a short episode so that you can spend the next few minutes just jumping on the website, downloading that yellow goals sheet and filling it. It's a spreadsheet, there's nothing special about it, but it just gives you a structure to write down where do you want to be in 10 years? Who do you want to be with? What do you want to be doing? Where do you want to be living your life at that stage? What do you want to be doing on a daily basis? How will you be earning an income? How much will that income be? What will you actually be doing? Will you be working? Will you be at leisure? Will you have a combination of both? I've worked out for myself, and this is from having a mini retirement last year where we travelled to Mexico and Costa Rica for an elongated period with the kids, that I always want to be working. Now, I won't always be working at the same intensity and for the same number of hours a week, but I know that's what gives me excitement. That's what floats my boat, and I know that just earning money isn't enough for me. I need to be giving back to society, and that in my small way that's helping people to have homes who wouldn't otherwise have homes. And so guys, if you don't know exactly where you want to be in 10 years time, if you haven't got that written down with the reason why, if you're not reviewing that on at least a weekly basis, then you're missing out. You are not engaging all of your psyche. You are not fully realising your potential. And if you spend the next 5 minutes just on getting clarity on that, just on writing down, what we say is up to 15 different areas of your life, map those out for the next 10, 5, 3 and 1 years with the reasons why. And that will really tap in to your subconscious. That will really help you to maximise your achievements and achieve your definition of success, whatever that may be. Until next time, happy investing.